Dan, I can't hear you. Oh, okay, now I can hear you. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
All right. And now, live, 3 miles apart on Lawrence Corridor, it's semi-regular Sundays. It's our 40th remote show with our guests, Maya May, KJ Whitehead, Jessica Pigeou, and the Cleveland Improv Jam. And now, recently inducted into the Hair Club for Men, Bodi Shak Bangers.
Woohoo!
Good evening, Dan. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you, Stuart?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks. It's crazy to think that we've done 40 of these shows already.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. I don't know. That's, I mean, neither of us are 40, so that's like...
No, I mean, I'm closer of the two of us to 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather not get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to say this is the first time in our 40 shows where all of our acts tonight have been in previous remote shows. So to that we say a hearty welcome back to all of our performers this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before I get into all of our acts tonight, and we have a pretty tight lineup, Dan, I believe you have a number of local businesses and organizations and fundraisers that you want to discuss with us?
That's correct. We're in the middle of a pandemic, people, and some of our local businesses, as well as just some, like there are fundraisers going around all over the place. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them, but I thought I'd just highlight a couple that you see in the banner that is down below. First off, there is a GoFundMe organized by the comedian Chris Redd. Chris Redd is raising money to try to help some protesters who may have contracted COVID due to being out protesting. The link to the GoFundMe is in the description to this event. Second, I thought I would highlight the bar that Stuart and I usually produce the show at live, Shakers on Clark. They're currently collecting tips for their bar staff, who unfortunately they can't employ at this time. So they're collecting that. The GoFundMe is in the link again. They were briefly open, but they had to close again not long afterwards. So that was, so there are people without work, unfortunately. Third, I thought I would highlight the gym that I go to, Bodi Shak. They are currently hosting classes with masks on. Also, they do outdoor classes. And, they have been in limited capacity. So, if you can't get a slot, there is always the GoFundMe, but you can also sign up there. This is in Uptown in Chicago. Last and certainly not least, there is the coffee shop, First Sip Cafe. I have a link in the description to purchase gift cards for them. They are also doing a curbside delivery and a curbside pickup and delivery. So so these are all businesses that I just put together. I put together a short list. If these are not local to you, I just encourage you to support your local businesses or whatever fundraisers at this time, appeal to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Dan. All right, so let's be honest here. We have just too much show. I'm not going to prattle on here. I'm just going to let all of our opening acts, do the talking for me. Obviously, closing out tonight's show are your hosts and producers, Chicago Improv, courtesy of the Flower Shop Bangers.
Woohoo!
Immediately preceding the Bangers, Los Angeles-based comic Maya May.
Woohoo!
Right before Maya, we have the Radical Queen, KJ Whitehead.
Woohoo!
Right before KJ, someone that we met through our All Canada show about 6 weeks ago, Jessica Pigeou.
Woo!
And leading us off this evening, they happen to be in our 7th anniversary show when we had our virtual 7th anniversary show in mid-April. It is a treat to welcome back into the show the Cleveland Improv Jam.
Woo!
What's up?
Internet. Hey. We are the Cleveland Improv Jam. Prior to the pandemic, we were working it out about once a month in an actual physical location. And now we are working it out and ripping it up for you guys today. So for our first structure, we'd like to find out from you the examples of the world's worst of something. We're going to do that for you. So what we need is occupation, something like a gynecologist or a proctologist, but not that. So we're going to have you put those messages in the chat. Let us know maybe an occupation that your uncle did. Or your godmother. Spell it out in the chat. In the chat. Banker. I heard banker. Thank you very much. World's worst banker, guys. Oh, you did not collect go. You did not. Let's start that over again. Rewind. You did not pass go. You did not collect $500. You don't get your money this week. No.
All this money is mine. The gold 500s and the yellow 100s and the blue 50s, all mine.
What do you mean this isn't? I mean, I printed this myself. This is absolutely legal tender. I made it on my printer. I can scan and copy.
1, 2, 6, 8. That's how you count, right?
If you need another route into the bank, I've dug a tunnel. It comes out in the parking lot and also across the street. Come on in anytime.
Bags and bags of coins. They're chocolate, but they're coins.
1 for you, 2 for me. 2 for you, 3 for me.
Bah, humbug.
Currency is just a construct. It doesn't really exist. This is all made up by the government. You don't need money, and neither do I.
I get another. Oh, I got stockbroker. We can take that.
Mhm.
Yeah, my job as stockbroker, as it's clearly stated in the name, is to make you broker. So that's my job.
Sell. Buy. No, sell. No, buy. Sell it all. Buy it all.
And why wouldn't you buy Zoom? It can only go up from here. Oh, wait a minute. Pandemic's over. Never mind.
There's this technology. It's called a beeper. I say put your money on it.
Oh, was I supposed to? I was supposed to invest that, wasn't I? Oh. Get another, because we're so focused on the money, y'all. Can we get another occupation? You can just type that in the chat. Oh, taxidermist. I saw taxidermist before I saw lawyers. So I'm gonna go taxidermist. I just saw that one first. Taxidermist, world's worst taxidermist. And here's your uncle. He came to me with the squirrel. The squirrel's fine. Your uncle's not. He's clearly stuffed.
And so I'm going to have to charge you 7% for this service. Oh, you wanted me to stuff your goat that you shot in the mountains. So sorry.
Stuffing. Okay, so first we start with breadcrumbs, and you're really going to want some celery and sage. What? Oh, okay.
I see another that I think would be good, which is pet food tester. I think we might go out on that one. One way or the other. Pet food, world's worst pet food tester. This is amazing. I'm not going to feed it to my cat. No, I'm just eating this. I'm taking this home.
I think that this can use a little bit more cilantro and some jalapeno and some salt and pepper to make it much more palatable. Gourmet pet food does not just taste like chicken.
Did everyone else get ground glass in theirs, or that was just mine? Was that? Did anyone? I hadn't seen. All right.
All right. Our next game that we're going to play is called Gibberish Movies. And for this, we're going to have pairs of people, myself and Aaron, and Marjorie and Kevin. Kevin is going to speak. I forget which one Kevin is.
He's going to do the actual lines for me.
Okay. So Marjorie and I are only going to speak in gibberish. And our interpreters, who are Aaron and Kevin, are going to represent the actors in a movie. So my gibberish will be interpreted by Aaron's character. Marjorie's gibberish will be interpreted by Kevin's character. But we need the name of a movie that hasn't been released yet, but should have been. Smoke and Mist. We got Smoke and Mist.
can barely breathe with all this smoke.
We are clearly in a smoking zone. I thought you'd be concerned about the mist.
No, there's just so much smoke. I can't handle it. The mist is actually kind of pleasant.
You're always so picky about the conditions. You like the mist, you don't like the smoke. I don't know what you like.
What the heck? That was disgusting. I don't like smoke. I'm not a smoker.
Meneer.
There, in the mist. Do you see something moving?
No.
Oh, meneer.
It's a monster. It's orange. It has fangs and also little kitty cat ears.
Yeah, that's just my cat. Sorry about that.
Oh. Meow, meow, meow. Meow.
Little kitty cat, come here. Meow, 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 meow.
My cat is too good for your attention. Huh.
And scene. Okay.
All right,
That suggestion.
Our next segment, we've gathered an assortment of experts to answer your burning questions about anything. So can we please get a first question for our panelist of assorted experts?
Yeah, in the back. We didn't hear you. What was that?
Could be absolutely any question you'd like answered.
Got it.
Ooh, good one.
I'm sure glad we have experts to answer this question.
There's one in the chat.
Did you see? It says, how should BIPOC, so that's Black, Indigenous, people of color, protest racial injustice?
All right, experts, take it away.
Well, as the King of England, I can tell you that I'm familiar with uprisings. And what I think you should do is I think that you should do exactly what those peasants from across the sea have done, which is to take this matter very seriously. After all, oceans rise, empires fall.
I don't know what you're talking about. Some king from across the sea. I don't know nothing about that. I don't have no kings here, but I think what you got to do, I mean, if you're asking somebody from the hollers of West Virginia what I think, I mean, drink more Mountain Dew and then you won't be so worried about your life because you'll be so happy, and chew more tobacco. And basically, if you don't like what's going on, you just go. I mean, the guy you don't like is probably in the White House. You just go up with a gun. Oh, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Oh, my mama told me not to talk about that. But if it's around here, I'd take me a rifle or I'd take me a shotgun, and I would just settle matters. If I don't like the way I'm being treated, you just don't take that. You got to have some boundaries.
As a white person who has recently moved into this neighborhood, and may I say, what a wonderful neighborhood it is, I do have some thoughts about how folks should protest injustice. You know, they use the word gentrify. I haven't learned what the word gentrification means. I think anyway, let's not get into that. I wonder if you folks, and I do agree that your cause is just, I wonder if you could protest quietly and not when I'm trying to focus on things that are important to me.
All right, next question. What is the meaning of life?
The meaning of life is imperialism. The meaning of life is take, take, take. After all, I think that all those years ago, 300 years ago, when those peasants across the sea decided that they just wanted their own land, I wasn't just about to let them. I mean, they finally got what they wanted, but they had to dump all this tea in the sea, and awesome, wow. Like, it made a statement, but the real meaning of life is taking it all and having it all for yourself.
I think that game of life is what you're talking about. You know, with the little pink and blue people, you put them in a car and you spin a little spinner. That's the meaning of life. I know it. It's a game. It's all just a game. And at the end, everybody dies. So that's pretty deep.
My wife and I assert that the meaning of life is having a cool existence. And to do that, one must find a neighborhood which is cool. And that's what we've done. And we're raising our children here. No, we're not putting them in the public schools. No, we don't want to be cool in that way. But we want to have authentic experiences by living in the city.
Okay. All right. For our last game, we're going to play a quick version of 185. And We're going to make up some quick jokes based on 185 something walks into a bar. What walks into a bar? Something that something's in your house that you've been wanting to give away.
Chair. I see chair.
185 chairs walk into a bar and they say, we're late.
185 chairs walk into the bar. Bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And they say, why not? And he says, oh, all those feet. I'm going to be cleaning for days.
185 chairs walk into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. The chairs say, oh, way to just cut me off the legs.
185 chairs walk into a bar. Bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. And the chairs say, we just want to tip one back.
185 chairs walk into a bar. Bartender says, get out of here. You don't have a leg to stand on.
185 chairs.
Go ahead.
185 chairs walk into a bar, and the bartender says, have a seat. And the chairs say, we are.
Do we have time for one more?
185 chairs walk into a bar. The bartender stops them at the door and says, I'm sorry, we don't serve chairs. And then the chairs say, oh, give it a rest.
That's Stuart.
185 chairs walk into a bar. The bartender says, get out, we don't serve your kind here. The chairs say, oh, sit on it.
Cleveland Improv Jam, everyone. All right, thank you so much, Cleveland Improv Jam. And my apologies if I was butting in. Danielle, turn my camera back on.
Okay, I think it should be good now.
Oh, okay. Now some techniques. All right, so as we have over 40 different shows, basically our method of doing crowd work in a free comedy show like this is checking in with our Facebook Live and YouTube Live feeds just to see if anyone has any questions, comments, concerns, anyone is just looking for a shout out. Dan, our lovely webmaster, if you have anything or anyone you know what I mean.
Sure. So I thought I would give some shouts out to people that I see watching. There were two on our YouTube stream who are offering a lot of suggestions. We really appreciate that. Sheila Collins and Laura Moore. Thank you guys for watching. I can see that there are more people watching on either YouTube or Facebook. And so if you are and you would like a shout out, either like or comment, and we'll be sure to get you in. Thank you to everyone I see watching. Back to you, Stuart.
Oh, thank you so much, Dan. So this is something that we've been kind of inconsistent about. And I wanted to make sure that we got this out of the way as soon as possible. When Dan and I resumed our show, or I should say brought our show to Shakers on Clark in July 2018, we began a campaign to save Chicago barprov. Now, if you were on the Chicago comedy scene in the early 2010s, mid 2010s, there used to be barprov shows all over the north side of the city, mostly along the Belmont corridor. Places like Underground Lounge, AJ Hudson's, Crocodile Lounge, Mullins, the Horseshoe. All of these bars would have free comedy shows, sometimes a mix of stand-up and improv, sometimes just improv. And one by one, these bars start phasing out comedy, or they completely went out of business, or just move things in a different direction. And Dan and I took it upon ourselves to become kind of the tentpole for free comedy in Chicago. As an incentive for saving Chicago barprov, we have set up this improv tip jar.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not expecting anyone to walk up to my third story walk up in Ravenswood Manor. Dan is not expecting anyone to walk up to his third story walk up in Uptown. So we're asking you to donate to our show virtually. Now, as you can see, there is already money in this tip jar. In fact, roughly about $9.90, which means that split 9 ways, all of our performers tonight are going home with $1.10.
Woohoo!
So if you want to make sure that they get more than just $1.10, please throw some money into our improv tip jar. Our Venmos are on the screen right now. They're in like a little letterbox.
Mm-hmm.
At least I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, if on the banner down below, our Venmos do show up. I can also post them in the comments.
Okay. And again, we will split all the money 9 ways. Again, that's about $1.10 American. I want to say that's about $1.22 Canadian. And I mentioned Canadian because our next performer first appeared in our All Canada show at the end of June, right before Canada Day, as a matter of fact. A very well-traveled comic. They are presently based in Vancouver, British Columbia. To my understanding, by way of Quebec, by way of Boise, Idaho. Please welcome back to our show, Jessica Pigeou.
Bonjour tout le monde. You know, it almost feels like I'm getting paid more, but I'm not. Hello, America. It feels like only 6 months ago I visited California, where there were giant signs everywhere featuring a talking bear who said that I and only I can prevent forest fires, which is ironic because, like bears, I am a huge arsonist. You know, back in the day before the sickness came and hugging was outlawed, before leave room for Jesus became the law of the land and daring a handshake required some level of monogamy, before young men met surreptitiously in darkened alleyways to exchange sloppy, meaningless high fives, we took for granted the sweet, sensual joy of picking your nose and eating it with only minimal social censure. And you know, I kind of want to create my own Silicon Valley style startup because I have ideas. Like a line of plush alpacas dressed like Tibetan monks called Dalai Lamas. or a topless all-female cover band of the bare naked ladies called Fully Clothed Men. Or a company that sells roasted peanuts in paper bags called Fresh Hot Nutsacks. I also have an idea where if 5 of you give me $5, then each of you find 5 people who give you $5, and then they find 5 people who give them $5. Then as long as we never run out of people, we will have infinite money. We could also sell moisturizer. And if the social distancing stuff goes on much longer, then I have a few other business ventures in mind, like a cuddling speakeasy where we go to seek the sweet illicit thrill of human touch. You know, I saw an elderly woman fall crossing the street the other day, right in front of me, and I just stood there and watched. Curse these tainted hands of mine. After being unemployed and mostly hanging out at home for the past 2 months, I've become increasingly aware of the mice in our building, mostly because familiarity has made them brazen. They see weakness in our indolence and sloth. They've been skittering around at all hours, throwing wild orgies in the cupboard near the Triscuits. And these mice, they've gotten smart. They have learned our feeble human tricks through generation after generation of oral tradition and word of mouth. It got to the point where we started creating complex Rube Goldberg-style death traps in the kitchen, where we place a tiny bit of bait at the end of a tube of paper towel, which tips when the mouse climbs inside it, knocking over a cookbook that topples a blue egg cup containing a single marble. The marble rolls across the kitchen counter where it hits a limited edition box of Oops Berries Captain Crunch cereal, disturbing a carefully balanced eagle feather that falls onto a scale, lowering precisely 3 millimeters onto a tripwire, triggering a crossbow that fires a bolt into the next room where it shatters a fish tank, flooding the apartment and shorting out the wiring, causing a massive fire to engulf the entire building, which may or may not kill the mouse, but at least we don't have to live here anymore. I was thinking of adapting it into some kind of board game. We actually managed to get one the other day, and my roommate, who is vegetarian, spent a full 10 minutes gloating over the corpse, which is a tad hypocritical, but in his defense, when was the last time a cow snuck into your house and shat in your pantry? I actually joined a protest myself the other day, or more accurately, a protest joined me the other day. Like, I was just sitting at a light on my bike when a huge wave of protesters came up behind me and charged into the intersection, hooting and hollering and completely blocking traffic. So I looked around and I checked what the sign said and figured, I could support this bullshit for the next 10 blocks. It's a good thing it wasn't skulls and swastikas, because I was already late for work. I've been spending a lot of time on the internet lately, and by lately, I mean always. Over a century ago, psychiatrist Carl Jung theorized the existence of a great collective unconsciousness. Then 50 years later, the U.S. Department of Defense made that collective dream a collective reality. And it turns out that Dr. Freud was right, and what humanity is at its core is relentlessly horny. And if you asked me as a small, innocent child what I thought the hardest part of adulthood would be, I probably would have said the work or the responsibility. What I definitely would not have said is the haunting knowledge of the not insignificant proportion of the global population that wants to have sweaty jackhammer sex with Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, look to the person to your right, look at the person to your left, then hang your head in shame, because all three of you had a sexual awakening involving the nerdy girl mouse from Chippendale Rescue Rangers. And after you've seen enough furry erotica, voluntarily or otherwise, you can tell by the art style alone which children's movie absolutely ruined the human being that drew it. Like, the internet isn't good or bad necessarily. What it is primarily is incredibly specific. The internet is just full of videos of women in heels stepping on fruit and eating milk and cereal with a spoon out of each other's butts. But as specific as it is, the internet is also incredibly shallow. It is 1,000 miles wide and about an inch deep, because the human sex drive has no use for a comprehensive list of animals susceptible to scurvy. Humans, yes. Guinea pigs, yes. Pigeons, no. And that was as far as I was able to determine before I hit a paywall. Fine. I have nothing else to say about scurvy, so goodbye.
Jessica Pigeou, everyone.
Woohoo!
Yay.
Okay, Dan, let's take another quick check-in just to see if we have any further comments or questions.
Not really too much. I did see that someone did like the video on YouTube. Unfortunately, on that platform, I can't see who did that. So if you did, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, but I don't know. It seems like it stayed pretty consistent. Yeah, I mean, thank you to everyone watching at home.
Okay, and thank you to everyone who has tuned in tonight. Well, not just tonight, but everyone who's tuned in for all of the remote shows that we have done over the last 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
We really sincerely appreciate it. Hold on, I can't. I'm writing notes for the show now. Now, I do want to mention that if you are watching this and you happen to be a performer, whether you're an improviser, a stand-up, I mean, we'll take jugglers, ventriloquists, acrobats. We are
sandwich makers.
Sandwich makers. If you are a competitive sandwich maker, we will gladly have you. Just install a camera in your kitchen and we will watch you make a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
If any of the above, you juggle a chainsaw, something like that. we are booking for the month of September. So if you want more information on the show, message me, message Dan, or message the Flower Shop Bangers Facebook page. Also, make sure to like and follow the Flower Shop Bangers Facebook page for more updates. It's just facebook.com Flower Shop Bangers. Without further ado, our next performer was last in our show in, I want to say early June. She was also, I believe, at our very last show at Shakers in early March. Please kneel for the Radical Queen, KJ Whitehead.
Well, hello everyone, and it's great to see you all again. Well, for the ones I can't see, let me go in grid view. Oh, just you two, and that's fine. I can see you too. Anyway, for anyone else watching, hi. Yes, I look like this. I am the queen of radical comedy. For what reason? I don't know. I make white men very upset these days. In fact, I have put it into a recent album that I put out called The Haggard Unicorn. So that's my first comedy album that I just put out on Spotify and iTunes. And I found that even to this day, even in quarantine, mostly cis men are still very upset about the things that I do. They want to say that, oh, you have a comedy album out now. You're narcissistic. You can't even collaborate with men. You can't even collaborate with anyone but yourself or people who agree with you. You're so full of it, KJ. You just have to do it all by yourself, don't you? Which I would argue that's how the female orgasm works. Listen. All right. You know, I'm not saying that cis man can't get this, but there's nothing wrong with a little vibrating courage. That's how I see things. It's cis men especially. The one I'm getting more and more upset about is Joe Biden himself. I've had my views on him, and even worse, more so, now Kamala Harris is the vice presidential pick. Still with this information, it feels like voting for Joe Biden is like giving a white male comic permission to say nigga on stage. Even worse, he probably doesn't feel like he needs permission now that he has a black woman by his side. All right, I see we're 1 for 2 right now. That is how I'm feeling. I'm not, and I'm trying to do my part when it comes down to things, honestly, and what I feel is I should be doing politically. By the way, as far as politically, I'm the one that put that awkward question in there as to how BIPOC should protest racial injustice. I mean, when given the shows that I've done in front of diverse audiences of white millennials, I figured that I should present that to people and see, since you got an opinion, might as well hear it. But as far as what I'm doing, I'm protesting with signs outside of my apartment, and I've been doing that for a few months now. Now, my protest, I found that there are some, especially in a really white neighborhood as Ravenswood, where if you call the police, they actually show up to help you. I found the white people of Ravenswood to want to show their support by driving by in their cars, seeing me, and honking their horns as they drive by. Honkies, basically. And yeah, there's an older white gentleman who was walking past me one day. He saw me holding my sign, and then to show his support, he took off his baseball cap and then pointed to it gleefully, because on the front of it, it said Obama 2008. Oh. So I thought the one thing I want to do is have a baseball cap, take it off, point to it gleefully, and it has the Friends logo on it. I'm helping. You see this? You see this? By the way, Friends was a ripoff of Living Single. So you don't remember Living Single? Well, it was a very black show, and that people ripped off and people didn't know existed. Not enough people. There you go. Racism in television. Make an adventure out of that. Moving forward. one of the other things that, and I just need to put this out there as far as something that happened while I was protesting. There was a white woman who drove by and she saw one of my signs and said, "I'm not racist. I'm from Northern Michigan." There's no punchline to that. I just wanted to let you know that happened. That before the pandemic. Here's something for everyone here. Do you want to hear one of my gay jokes and see if you guys get it? I'm willing to try that out right now. And this is just a sidebar of things I just wanted to do. I was doing my laundry one day and I had one of my sheets that had a tag on it that said top or bottom. And I thought, that's not fair. It's like, clearly there's more options, but no, the gay community does not see it that way. So I was seeing it. I'm versed. I don't know what that means, Dan. Speaking of gay stuff, even more so, there was this person that I was really into, trans, just like I am, and this person was getting top surgery, and I was really happy for him. And he's trans masculine, and he was one of my friends, and I had a really big crush on him. And seeing as I was one of the people who was supporting him around this time where he's getting this really affirming surgery, I visited him right before he had the surgery, and I told him how I felt. And he responded by saying, "Why are you telling me this now before I have my surgery?" To which I responded, "We're both going to get something off our chests today." I know you don't like to hear that, but that's what's going to happen. With this representation of males in my life, mostly I still have a hard time trusting cis men, mostly because I was in a show like about a week or two ago, and we had a Zoom bomber who was broadcasting a video of a Klansman. Yes, this really happened. And also on top of that, he said, "Whitehead, you're a fucking man. Don't lie, you are a man." So this isn't a joke. This actually really, really, really happened. So given that I don't have a shortage of people who want to call me a man, I thought, you know what? Let's see what's going on. So I took a t-shirt and I took baggy jeans and I put them on without any panties, without my bra, and without makeup. And then I looked in the mirror to see if there's any masculine feeling there. And honestly, I felt like I looked like the butch lesbian I wish that would ask me out on a date. I don't know where I am as far as my sexuality. I just know that the same woman that I want to try to look like is the same woman I want to pick me up and throw me on a bed. Trust me, that is my dream anyway, but I'm trying to figure out how dating works during the pandemic and even afterwards, how it will come up. And comedians, you can vouch for this, no matter what your medium is, improv, sketch, stand-up, what have you. You tell someone that you're a comedian, what's the first thing that they say? What is it?
Tell me a joke.
Tell me a joke. Like, you really want me to tell you a joke? And I thought about it. I'm like, you know what? You work at Planned Parenthood and my sister is pregnant. I want you to perform an abortion right away. I saw a pregnant dog on the way here. No one is stopping you. You're a police officer, you say. Shoot me in the back of the head so I know it's real. Fuck Lori Lightfoot, for that matter. the last thing I want to leave you all with is, given cis men and their wild adventures, is that there's an article out there on the internet of the worst horror stories of cis men going down on cis women. So men, if you're wondering why we still don't trust your ass, there's at least one article on that. I want to leave you all with the 3 best stories from that article. Number 1, cis man goes down on a cis woman, and he does so after eating jalapeno peppers.
Oh.
Marjorie is just holding her head down. I see that. This is where I'm supposed to put the content warning, right? Just checking. Cis man goes down, second story, cis man goes down on the cis woman, and he decides to chew on the labia.
Oh.
Last story, cis man goes down on cis woman, and those of us watching, we've heard the phrase use the alphabet when it comes to folks who go down on folks with vaginas. We've heard that. Well, this gentleman decided to take it literally and decided to go down there and whisper the alphabet into that spot. Here's the thing I want to mention to you all before I go. That last story wasn't true, but you believed me anyway. The Hacker Unicorn is on Spotify and iTunes. Thank you. I'm KJ Whitehead. Good night.
KJ Whitehead, everyone. Thank you so much. Just one quick question, KJ. Where was the Haggard Unicorn recorded?
It was recorded at the storefront stage at Collaboration on January 31st this year.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we Dan and I know the Collaboration Theater. Awesome. Okay. Thank you so much. Again, Haggard Unicorn is available on Spotify. I'm going to listen to it right after the show ends. Thank you so much, KJ. We're glad to have you. All right. So, Dan, any further updates?
Yeah, so I did notice another like on our YouTube feed. Thank you very much. That does help, increase the algorithms and help us get more views from people. So we always appreciate that because, the more people who view this, we have a lot of fun making this, but, the more people that view it, oh, hey, another one. There you go. Just as I'm saying this, I see another one happen. So thank you, everyone, for watching at home. And yeah, I mean, you can subscribe to the channel if you're watching it from there. You can also like the Flower Shop Bangers on Facebook to find our future shows.
Okay. Also, the Improv tip jar is still hanging tight at $9.90. All right. Before I get to our next act, another small piece of business. Normally, when we host the show at Shakers, we would do various theme shows, and that is something that we have largely downplayed since we've been doing this remotely. But we do have a couple of theme shows coming up. Our next show this Sunday, August 16th, is our Halfway to Valentine's Day show. All of our performers are basically dating each other. We have 2 stand-ups that are in a long-term romantic relationship. We have a musical guest that's married, and we have a improv duo that's married. And of course, we still do these shows every Sunday and Wednesday. Our next theme show after that, however, is Sunday, August 30th, and that is going to be our all Iowa night. It's I like to describe it as an evening of Hawkeye hilarity. All of our performers are from the state of Iowa, plain and simple. This is the latest in a series of geography shows that we've done. We've done shows about, including mystery theme shows. We've done Texas, Ohio, Wisconsin, California, Nebraska, Kentucky. At some point, maybe we'll do a Pennsylvania show. We shall see. Maybe an old Missouri show, all Indiana. But in any case, Halfway to Valentine's Day, this Sunday, August 16th. Our next performer was first with us during our very short stint at the Uptown Lounge back in fall of 2017. She just so happens to be the first stand-up that we've had in our show 3 times. That's to say that our remote show 3 times. Really phenomenal comic from the Village of Trees, Downers Grove, Illinois. Please give it up for Maya May.
Stand up! Stand up!
What is up? I totally forgot that that was the song that I picked for, I don't know if it was the last show or the one before that, but that actually woke me up. Because I was definitely taking a nap before this.
Just like that.
We can just turn it into a dance party. You don't even have to turn it off. Fuck it. I don't need to do jokes. So I'm so glad to be here. Thank you for having me. When I was wrapping up my workday, which started at 6 a.m. At a morning meeting at 6 a.m. on Wednesdays, and it's been like a long day, and so I went to go take a nap, a brief nap, once I finished my day, and then I saw a message that was like, "I'm logging in." And I was like, logging in, shit, I have a show. So y'all fucked up my nap is what I'm trying to say. So you made up for it by remembering that I love that song and that woke me up. And I managed to fit in like a 6-minute power nap, which is such a douchey thing to say, but I work in corporate America now. So apparently those are the things I say, like I had to take a power nap because I had a presentation today. And that's been my day. But I'm excited, I guess, to be here because I can't be anyplace else. Like I am in LA now. And it's funny because everybody it's like this whole like, oh, she's in LA, and like all that says now is that I pay an exorbitant amount of rent to not be able to go anywhere. Like that's the crazy, like, and people are like fleeing, right? Like people are like moving back to the Midwest and everything. But like the thing is, like I actually like the sunshine, and there's this squirrel that lives in my courtyard that I feel like if I left, it would be sad. It needs me, so I don't want to abandon it. Yeah, I love squirrels. I don't know if y'all notice how much I post about squirrels for people who do follow me. I love squirrels because they don't shoot Black people. And that's my only quality at this point in whether or not I like something. And I just know the squirrels in my courtyard are never going to do that. It's been crazy. Everybody, I think when COVID started, like everybody was like, oh, we need to like rest. We need to like, use this time to, figure ourselves out. And I was like, that's white people shit. Like Black people do not have time to rest. Okay. Like this is catch up time for us. This is like, oh, cool. Like all my white friends are napping. Great. I'm going to have like 3 jobs. And like, I'm not even kidding. Like I have so many jobs right now. I have like the equivalent of 3 full-time jobs. I've got like a computer set up like here. I've got the computer that I'm on. I've got an iPad, 2 phones. And it's really because right now they're hiring Black people. Everybody wants to hire Black people. It's such a great time to be Black right now. Not even lying. Like I'm applying for jobs that I'm like, I don't even know if I want it, but I know I could do it. I'll just set up like a computer hacker and have like 6 computers set up. And all I do is just pop in to a Zoom meeting and I'm like the diversity hire. And it doesn't even matter. Like I can just pop in and be like, hi, my name is Maya May. I'm the new product head. And then I just hop out of the meeting and that's it. And then I hop into another one. Like, I am so here for this new game plan. Like, COVID is basically a multitasker's dream. They're like, immigrants are taking all the jobs. No, multitaskers are. You're taking all the jobs. And that is my plan. But no, things are good. I've learned, I'm adjusting, I guess, which is to say I haven't brushed my teeth today. I haven't brushed my teeth today. My armpits right now are like this. And it's great because it's long enough now at this point that I can play with it. And I kind of like refuse. I play with my armpit. I'm not gonna lie. I run out of things to do. Like I don't like puzzles. Like for those of you who like puzzles, do your puzzles. That's cool. Like it's just not me. I don't know. I don't have the patience for it. I think puzzles are frustrating. Like, I don't understand people who want to be purposely frustrated. Cause like every time I've seen my family work on a puzzle, like towards the end of it, they're just like on the floor, like trying to find that extra piece. And I'm like, why would you do this? Like, this is not fun to me. This is like old lady board shit. This is not, I had too much shit going on. I had too much going on. Like Stuart said, I did grow up in Downers Grove. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, about my parents' choice to raise me with white people. Yeah, they did that to me. And I like, and they did it, the education, right? Like they wanted me to have a good education. So I education, but I also had to leave the country because I got sick of white people at a very young age. Like by the time I'm a lot younger than I look, even for Black people. Like even Black people don't get my age right. Like I turned 43 this year, and most Black people think I'm in my 30s, and I think it's honestly because I left the country. So like I left the country for 8 years, so that's it. I got 8 years away from being Black in America, and that shit ages you. It does. Being Black in America ages you. So like if y'all would stop stressing us, we'd look even younger than we already do. But that's okay. That is what we are headed to. That is what we are headed to now. I'm traveling this weekend, which is a little crazy. Because normally when you travel, like that used to be like the thing you brag about, like on Bumble, like, oh, I like to travel. And like now I'm embarrassed about it. Like I don't even know how to like go about, like, I'm like, I don't think I'm even gonna post about it because people are gonna be like, that's so irresponsible. Like how can you? But I'm traveling to North Carolina, of all places, which I love North Carolina. I've got family there. And I'm not traveling to see family. I'm traveling for a comedy show because this campus, for some reason, thinks it's a good idea to have the students on campus. Like it's an on-campus show. And I was like, okay, like I guess the students need to get their laughs in. Sure, why not? I had a good time there last time. And then I see the information for the event, and it's gonna be outside in a tent. That's like camping. Like Black people don't camp. I was like, I don't camp. I was like, why are we gonna be? And they don't have a rain plan. They don't have a rain plan. I was like, okay. So I'm going to be in the middle of nowhere, in North Carolina, in a tent, in a field. If I go missing, this is actually what this is. This is one of those, like, if you're watching this video, Maya May has been taken away. Please come find me. Please come get me. I'm gonna have to have like some sort of like honing beacon on because I got shit to do when I get back here. But yeah, I've been thinking a lot about like the kind of material that I do lately because now everything that I say is so much less controversial. Like the stuff I used to say before, like people were like, ooh, now everybody agrees with it. Everyone's like, yeah, white people are bad. Yes, we agree with that now. And I'm like, oh shit, I need more controversial things to say. I had a joke that I was working on about arboretums, and I did that when I was in Atlanta, and somebody was like, yeah, I'll do it. Rather than telling stories about jokes, maybe I'll just do those jokes. I had taken my daughter to the Morton Arboretum when we were living in Chicago. And she's like, we get there and they wanted $10 per person to drive into the Arboretum. Like Arboretum's like, y'all know, it's like a tree museum. It's a like the forest, you know, like the woods. And I'm like, this shit should be free, right? Like, I was like, and that's the problem with America. Like, we charge for everything. Like, we turn everything into a commodity. Like, you know, like there's private beaches, like shit like that. I'm like, you can't charge people to drive through the trees, you know. But I was like, okay, I want to give my daughter that experience. Like, I want to be that good mom. So I'm like, fine, fuck it. I'm like, we're not leaving here without anything. So grab a pine cone or some shit, like snap a branch off a tree or something. Like that is going to be our gift. That's going to be our gift from the day. And I told this joke and people were like, ooh, like, and I was like, fuck trees. Okay. I was like, trees have never been good to my people. And then and someone was like, ooh, that's dark. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. I'm like, I shouldn't say that. I'm like, trees don't kill people. White people kill people. But I can't kill white people. So I'm just so fuck trees. And so that's why I love a good forest fire. You know, every time there's like, everybody's like in LA, they're like, oh, there's forest fires all the time. I'm like, burn, baby, burn. Just burn this shit to the ground. Like, I want it to look like the desert, like it's Africa. Like, that's how we regentrify LA. We just turned it into the fucking Sahara Desert for all I care. And I'm like, how's your skin working for you now? Sorry, I should have taken a longer nap before this show. I'm saying so many things that will, hurt people's feelings. And I don't want to hurt anybody's feel bads. I love white people. And I think, I made this joke about doing the, about applying for all these jobs. And it's funny because like my name is like a whatever name. It's not necessarily like a black name, but my middle name is Keisha. So I'm like, trying to get jobs with the middle name Keisha. Like now I can do that shit. But like, I think the fun thing to do is to create LinkedIn profiles of like white guys named Steve. And then I can just catfish recruiters. Like how funny, because they're all saying they want diversity right now. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and catfish all of these recruiters and then just be like, hi, it's me, Maya Keisha May. You thought it was Steve. But I don't think I want, I don't like the whole white collar job thing. Like I'm doing it now and it's fine, but it's like, you got to bring a mask to work kind of thing. Like you can't bring like your full self into a corporate gig, which is it's so weird. Cause it's like, I have so many things I want to say because they're implementing like these diversity initiatives. And I'm like, there are offices in LA that have more dogs than black people. Like, and they think that's diversity. Like, I kid you not, like you can go on websites and you'll see they'll promote in their things that they offer in the company. They're like, we have pet insurance and we allow dogs in the office. And I'm like, wow, do you allow black people in the office? Like, could you put that on your page, like promote that. And like, even the fact that like allowing dog, I see Dan, your dog was there a minute ago. Like, I love dogs. I'm not like anti-dog. But my thing is, it's inherently sexist. Like these offices are like, oh, you can have dogs, but like people can't bring their babies to work. Like a nursing mom can't. So like, what's more disturbing, a dog barking or a woman like nursing their baby? Like to me, I'm like, so when you want to talk about diversity and I was like, fuck this shit. Fuck these dogs in these offices. Fuck puppies. They have lactation rooms, etc., that kind of thing sometimes, but sometimes they don't. So I'm just calling all of these HR folks to task as well. So that's my goal in corporate America, is to like get to the point where I'm like infiltrating every meeting. Like, this is what you need to do. and to do it with because they don't know that I'm a comedian. I can do these things, and I'm like, you can fuck with me, and I'm just gonna write about it on stage. So, and that's and I do. I feel like I'm at that point where like I meditate a ton, but I'm still not like chill. I used to be like super chill, like from meditation, but like you can be too chill. Like you can be too chill. You can meditate yourself into like just being very like accepting of everything. Like Jesus was too chill. Like if you think about it, like he was up on the cross and they were like, he's like, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. I'm like, they had to find nails strong enough to hold up the Son of God. Like there wasn't even a Home Depot back then. They had to like forge nails. Like he might not have known, but they knew. Like I feel like he was just like some like biblical Burning Man, like giving people fish and bread. And so when I hear people talk about like turn the other cheek, I'm like, turn the other cheek? Like this idea, like, yeah, what does that look like? Exactly, KJ. What does that look like when you turn the other cheek slowly here and then here? It's like getting slowly bitch slapped. That's what that is. So I'm not an advocate of the two wrongs. We could do that slow act out, that slow. I'm a big advocate of the, it's like if two wrongs don't make a right, that means the bad guy always wins. So I'm actually a big advocate of two wrongs can actually make a right. So in that, and three to make a left. And so in my I think how do we fight back when people always ask me? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a really educated person. I have like a bachelor's, like a BA in political science. I have an MFA in creative writing. I have an OMG in student loan debt. And so for me, I'm like, burn shit down. I think that's a great idea. Burn it all down. And that's as somebody who grew up with privilege, to be honest with you, because I did grow up in Downers Grove. So that's about it for me. I'm sure I've said enough to get fired from all of my jobs. That's great. Cool. Hopefully nobody sees this. Hopefully nobody's watching. Thank you so much. These are all jokes. Don't associate any of this with any of my employers. Always working. Always be working. That's what I am. Always in meetings.
Really noted. Thank you so much. I am May.
Come on, we gonna party tonight. Y'all use my
All right, Dan, one more check-in.
Yeah, so I thought I'd give a shout out to some people that I see liking that Facebook post. I saw, Marjorie Preston, who's in the show tonight, as well as George Mirabali Romanowski, one of our friends and someone who watches the show frequently. So thank you, everyone.
And happy belated birthday, Jordan.
Yes, of course.
Yep, I messaged her yesterday. I don't know if she saw it, but happy belated birthday, Jordan, from a fellow Leo.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, tip jar still hanging tight at $9.90. Want to take a moment, before I forget, to thank all of our performers tonight. Thank you, Maya. Thank you, KJ. Thank you, Cleveland Improv Jam. Thank you, Jessica. Again, we'll be back this Sunday with our halfway to Valentine's Day show. And without further ado, your last act of the night are the co-hosts and co-producers of Semi-Regular Sundays, who until 5 months ago were doing the show at Shakers on Clark in Lakeview. They have performed in improv festivals in Omaha, Nebraska, Grand Rapids, Michigan, sounds like cicadas, Baltimore, Maryland, St. Louis, Missouri, and one other city that I'm probably forgetting right now, Green Bay, Wisconsin. We were pleased to announce that we'll be part of the Yippee Fest Arts and Comedy Virtual Festival later this month. Please give it up for Flower Shop Bangers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I just thought I would point up top and show you that our Venmos are on display right now. You can donate to either one, and the money will be distributed equally among all the performers tonight. Other than that, we are the Flower Shop Bangers. We're going to do some improv for you, and we get weird with it.
I don't want to yell. You know, it's...
One second, I'm sorry. There was a lot going on there.
There absolutely was.
Yeah, so can you recap what you were saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sorry,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. Well, I first heard like a loud banging noise.
Mm-hmm. A loud banging. Oh no.
Yeah, and then I heard like glass like smash, like if you threw like a plate on the floor.
Wait, what? Like, oh my god.
Yeah, there was just like this whole ruckus. There was just like this whole like whole cacophony of noise.
Wow.
Yeah. I think someone is in the building. I mean, you know, these walls are paper thin.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty thin.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I was going to say this very quietly.
Okay.
I want to invite you into my circle of trust.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
honored. I would love to be part of your circle of trust.
It's a very elite circle.
Is there like a pledge? Is there like a secret handshake or something?
I wish. It hasn't been that cool. You're actually the first person I've invited into it, so
Oh, wow, I'm trying to remember.
yeah. So a lot of the rituals, the everything is yet to be decided, quite frankly.
Oh, I mean, we can make up the rules as we go along.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this entails. Like, I mean, is not even a password?
There could be. What do you think the password should be?
Oh, it's gotta be something cool.
Yeah.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf.
Frisbee golf.
That's pretty cool.
Yes, I love frisbee golf.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure people who don't like walking, and I'm going to be honest, there are people who don't like walking.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you know, I don't know. I mean, do we want to exclude the non-walkers in my circle of trust? I mean, I guess it's my circle of trust. I can decide what I want to do with it, but also, like, I don't know. I like it. I like the feeling that it's kind of, you know, inclusive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I don't know, like people who don't like walking, I feel like there are a lot of those people, you know?
Uh-huh.
Like, truth be told, how many times have you been on a walk with someone and they're like, my feet hurt?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no, I got you. There's a lot of, oh my God, I heard another plate crack.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know, how about a racquetball?
Racquetball.
Cool. Okay, I mean, I like a racquetball.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how you feel about racquetball.
I mean, I like racquetball.
Yeah.
I gotta throw it out there. Not everyone likes exercising. You're throwing a lot of exercises into this, you know, password deal, and I think if we're gonna have an inclusive password, we've got to have like pizza.
Oh, but don't you think pizza might be just like a little too easy to guess?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What if it's a different Italian food? What if it's mastacholi?
Gluten-free mastacholi?
Gluten-free mastacholi.
I think that's our password. Yeah, I know.
And a meat sauce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, I just realized. Wait, where's my racket?
I don't know. Where's your racket?
My racquetball equipment. Where's my?
Wait a minute. Did you leave it by? No. You left it by the door.
No.
And he walked through the door, or she, or whoever it is. Or they, I don't know.
Okay, he's gonna take the racquetball equipment. I just bought that on Amazon.
I gotcha.
Yeah, and that was good racquetball equipment, not the cheap stuff you buy at like Champ Sports.
Mm-hmm. I know. I see.
Professional level racquetball equipment.
No, I gotcha. It's good.
Now, no one will think I'm a semi-pro racquetball player.
I know, Dave.
Okay. Sorry, Timmy.
Yeah, right? I know, Dave. I know how important racquetball is to you. But you know what? Remember, you are in my circle of trust.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And that circle of trust right now, it's a straight line.
Mm-hmm.
And it connects you to me and me to you.
Mm-hmm. And truth be told, there's no one in between.
Exactly. It is a straight and narrow path.
Mm-hmm.
It is linear. It is a line.
And now here's a question.
All right.
Can I trust you when the going gets tough?
Absolutely.
Because right now, we have a home invader.
Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
But check out these racquetball arms.
Those are some serious racquetball arms.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. And you know what? I did shot put in high school. So, I mean, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We're both good as far as the upper body is concerned. but don't tell me you skipped the last leg day. I skipped the last leg day.
I skipped the last leg day too. It just didn't seem important. I don't know. It was, and quite frankly, I can't walk the day afterward. It's always hard.
No, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's squats, it's lunges, it's calf raises, it's hamstring curls.
Mm-hmm.
I can only take so much of that, you know?
No, I absolutely get it. But I gotta say, I feel like we've been doing pretty well as roommates so far. I mean, I know we've only been together for about 6 weeks, but I would say it's going well. I would say we are pretty
going pretty well.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a whole house we're sharing together too. Like, I feel like that's a lot harder than an apartment, you know?
No, I just heard a smash.
Oh.
I think that was it sounded like a coffee mug.
Coffee mug.
A coffee mug.
If you ever thought that maybe, just maybe,
yeah,
it's not a home invader, but instead we have a rat or a hamster knocking down all our dishes.
Guinea pig.
Oh, crap. A guinea pig.
God damn guinea pigs.
Wait a minute. I was babysitting my niece last weekend.
Mr. Danders.
Mr. Danders.
Mr. Danders.
The guinea pig. Oh, my God.
I know she lost him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe it happened like on the car ride back or something.
I know.
Pushed out in the house.
No, it got in the house and now, oh my God.
That guinea pig is one tough fucker.
I know.
Biggest guinea pig I've ever seen.
And it must have been traveling around like in our pipes or in our walls.
It must have been somewhere in the woodwork. It must have been in the walls or something.
Uh-huh. Because quite frankly, she was here last weekend.
Yes.
That was 4 days ago.
Yes.
And we're just finding this out now.
I mean, I did notice that someone got into the cereal. I thought that was you. I thought
no, it wasn't me.
Okay. Like, has there always been a hole in that box of Lucky Charms?
No,
Charms? Those are your Lucky Charms.
I don't eat through a box of Lucky Charms like a hamster.
Very clever rodent.
Yeah.
Very clever.
That is a very clever rodent.
Right. Now, here's the thing. We don't know if it's a burglar. We don't know if it's a rodent.
I'm pretty sure it's the rodent at this point.
Okay.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to go inside that kitchen. I'm going to just make sure that there's no, that there's, it's just
that.
Burning. It's just that. Exactly. All right.
You know what? I'm going to come with you because, quite frankly, I cannot lose a person in my circle of trust.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I can't in this circle of trust that you have just created.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It's the circle of trust. It's just too much of a burden on me.
I know. Yeah, no. And quite frankly, now that I've invited someone into my circle of trust, like if I lose them now,
new circle of trust from scratch.
Yeah. And no one wants to start a circle of trust from scratch.
No.
All
right. Let's get up. Let's check and see what's going on.
All right. Let's go.
All right.
All right. We're at the kitchen.
Okay, I hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I hear something. Do you think you hear a pitter patter or do you think you hear a clop clop? I think I hear a pitter patter.
Okay. I think it was coming from that way. I think it was coming from or by the fridge.
By the fridge?
The fridge.
Okay, I'm going to open up this cabinet. Oh my God.
Mr. Danders.
Mr. Danders. Okay. You've grown.
Right. Oh, you think you're so tough, Mr. Danders.
Seriously.
So tough. I mean, look at this. God, this beast.
You might have gotten fatter, but that's just from eating Lucky Charms, Mr. Danders.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It has too many enriched fibers. It has too much empty sugar.
And quite frankly, you've become fat and slow because of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Danders.
Mr. Danders. All right.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, like, do you think we should return him to my niece, or
We can stop whispering now.
Probably, you're right. Yeah, but we don't need to worry about anything. I gotcha. Yeah, no.
I mean, okay. Again, we found the culprit. I mean, it's 2:45 in the morning. We're the only two people in this apartment.
Yeah, and a home. It's a home. Don't call it a
There's no cage. We don't have like. Where are we gonna put this in a Ziploc bag? I mean, I don't know.
No, that would kill the hamster. We do not put a hamster in a Ziploc bag.
Exactly. But I guess
we don't have a cage, but I could probably. I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know where to put it.
Great. All right. Oh, it's getting a little squirrely. Okay. All right. Okay. It's fine, Mr. Danders. Okay. All right. I think it pooped in my hand. Okay. Okay. We need to do something with this because otherwise. All right.
Well, hand it to me. Hand it to me. Here, hand it to me. I'll take it. Okay. I got it. Yeah. No, I'm not going to lose you, Mr. Yeah. Oh my God. He's a little squirrely guy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jeez Louise.
Are super squirrely.
Yeah, I know. Seriously.
With those things.
All right. Well, he's here. I got him. I think I got him calm and collected, and I think I got him kind of tired.
Yeah. I've never even owned a guinea pig before. It's just, I was watching something on Animal Planet the other day. It's guinea pig week. It's rodent week or something. And they had a whole hour about like guinea pigs. Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know they had rodent week on Animal Planet.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of counterbalances Shark Week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, go from something big and dangerous.
Oh, no, he's going again.
Whoa.
All right. I got him again. I don't know. He goes through these like.
All right. If you need extra hand there, just let me know.
Can you Google it? Do hamsters get the zoomies?
Well, let me wash my hands first. I've still got guinea pig shit on them. Okay.
You know what the zoomies are, right? Like when dogs get all like hyper and they just run around the room. Yeah.
Yeah, cats get the zoomies too.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right. You put this thing like in a box or something.
I know, serious. Oh, do we have like a cardboard box anywhere? That would work.
Yeah, I think we have one like in the corridor going to the living room. Okay.
We can poke some holes in it. I can probably wake up tomorrow and send this to my nieces.
Yeah, exactly. I could, take like a kitchen knife and just like cut a couple holes in it or something.
Yeah.
Standards to get through it.
I can take care of a small furry animal, right?
Exactly. I mean, what's the harm?
I'm a little surprised my sister didn't call me about this. Like, do you think throw this out there? Do you think my sister wanted to try to hand this off to us?
I mean, your niece was the one who texted us.
Well, she left it here, but quite frankly, my sister, she texted us. When she texted us, I didn't get a text from my niece. You got a text from my niece?
Oh, I mean, she got my number and texted me. It's like, this is Kaylee. Have you seen Mr. Danders? You see, it's on my phone here.
Well, then why didn't you say something? Honestly,
I thought I told you. I guess maybe you're drunk or something.
Maybe I don't remember this at all, man.
Okay, may have been drunk, may have been high. It's fine.
I mean, quite frankly, I'm sitting here accusing my sister of trying to pawn a hamster off on us.
Yes.
And you had a text the whole time.
I thought.
Anyway.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I'll text her in the morning. I mean, I'm not
I gotcha.
Whole night.
We should probably try to find a box for this damn thing.
What a box? And that's our show. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. Thank you to Cleveland Improv Jam and Maya and KJ and Jessica. We'll be back this Sunday for our halfway to Valentine's Day show. In the meantime, please stay safe. Please stay home. Black Lives Matter. Have a good night.
Woohoo!